Hello everyone, this is Tom. I'm just back from the Adriatic coast. Nick's still there. He actually just texted me today with a picture of himself with his foot leaning off a boat. He's off to some island, so I think that was his attempt to completely make me jealous, and it worked. I wish I was back there. And since we've been gone, a lot of stuff's happened. Interest rates and economic stuff's happened, and we're not here to talk to you about that today. We'll give everyone updates on that kind of stuff. But I am here with two really cool people, and we've just been chatting over lunch. I'll move the camera so that you can see. I don't know if you can see here. Here's Reuben. Hey, Reuben. There's Mike. Hey. So we're just going to do something a little different. I was going to ask Mike and Reuben, and for those of you who don't know, Mike works with us at Mike's an integral part of the Rockstar team, and somebody who just gets a lot of stuff done. If you don't know Mike, somebody to get to know. He really gets a lot of stuff done quickly. And I was just going to ask him a couple questions to get his insight on a bunch of things, his thoughts on life a little bit. We were going to make this tied to real estate, but then we just thought, forget that, let's just talk about life a little bit. And I'm going to talk to Reuben, who's in the middle of a $2 million or $3 million or $4 million or $5 million project. It was $2 million when he started, but I think now the house is going to be about $4 million or higher when he's done. A big Oakville project that he's in the middle of, so we'll talk to him too. So let's just jump right in. So I'll start here with Mike. So Mike, I'll ask the question, then I'll put the camera to you. But let us, if you could talk to the Mike DeZormo, I won't say how old you are now. None of us are talking about our age anymore. But if you could talk to the Mike DeZormo that was 21, 23, 25, what would you tell that Mike? After everything you've been through in the last few years with real estate and helping a bunch of investors, you've probably helped over 100 investors buy properties now, but this isn't a real estate question. Just what would you tell the Mike DeZormo of 21, 23, 24? Hey, Mike.
Yeah. So, being on the spot and having to figure this out right now.
Yeah.
I think it is just keep going and you're going to get there. And one of the good books that I've read is that 80-20 rule by, I think it's...
I forget as well.
The Italian economist.
Yeah.
But it's that 80%, which is futile, but you got to get through that 80% to get to your final result, which is that last 20%. It's much like, it was funny. I had a guy ask me today, he said, "You're working out still?" And I said, "Actually, no, I haven't had time. And I've been dabbling in it here and there, but he's known me since my childhood." And he said he can't gain muscle. And I said, "You know what, are you lifting enough weight?" And he said, "No." And I said, "That's exactly it. Those first 8 reps that you do mean nothing. It's those last 2, that final 2, that finish line that get you the results." And that's the same in real estate. With investors filling properties, for instance, it may take a bit of time, but you got to keep following the steps and you'll get there. Every house is filled. There's a great story at the end of that. So I guess it is just keep going and you'll get there.
And do you think the Mike DeZormo of 21 years old, did he give up on stuff too early, or did you push through there? Were you always pushing through even at that age?
Always pushing through it.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because you got to get past that 80% of those efforts that you've done to finally gain and
do you, I'm really putting you on the spot here.
Yeah.
Do you have an example, because you've been through a lot in your life of like when you were younger that you almost gave up on something, or you did give up that you wish you hadn't?
No. Always followed through.
You've always been like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're built that way. But we're all envious. We're all envious, Mike.
Thanks.
Okay, cool. Very good. Where's my thumbs up? There we go. Okay, so we'll switch over to Reuben. So Reuben, same question to you. If you could talk to the Reuben that was 21 years old, 23 years old, I don't know, a time in your life, what would the Reuben today, you're in the middle of this monster build in Oakville, it's had a few challenges. What would the Reuben today tell the Reuben back then? Can you give us some thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I think the one thing I would say would be that really you have to believe in what you're capable of. I think a lot of times we don't live up to our true potential. A case in point, if you look at what you're capable of doing in a matter of hours, in a matter of days, versus what you typically do in a matter of weeks, in a matter of months. And I'll give you an example. If you're going to be going away on a trip and all of a sudden you have like a week's worth of work that you got to get done, but you only have 2 days, somehow you always manage to get that stuff done when that dire need comes. and more importantly, even I look at some of the recent challenges with the build. It's I typically take something on with this belief that, you know what, I'm gonna accomplish it anyway, even though if I don't have all the answers at that point in time. You really need to believe that it will work out, because if you have to absolutely find a way. I use this.
Is that what you've been doing with this property that you're in the middle of? You've been absolutely having to find a way?
Yeah, you know what? You put yourself where your back's up against the wall, that you don't have any other options, and you just say, well, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. And
you've never built a $4 million, $5 million, whatever this, I don't even know. I'm throwing numbers out there. You've never built a $4 million house
not
before.
At all. And then you got to remember, you know what? I didn't come from a position where I had the financial resource to do it, but yet, you know what? I just said I'm going to take it on and I'll make it happen. And here we are now at the final stages. It's all done, and it's cost a little bit more than I thought, but it's also worth a lot more than I ever imagined. So it's great. And if I was going to tell that Reuben, like, 30 years ago, right? That would have been like some 20 some odd years old. I would just tell him. It's important that fear is going to keep you on the straight and narrow, but don't let it inhibit you. You're going to do well, and the best is yet to come. So that's what I tell them.
Cool, thank you, Reuben. That was very, very nice. I'm trying to give you the thumbs up there.
So, what I want to add for those of you, who are maybe just meeting Mike and Reuben now, they're so humble. They get so much done, and I was just explaining to them that something I've recently observed with people is we get asked a lot of what's the number one secret to real estate success, or getting stuff done. What's the number one secret? And I've found that people like Mike DeZormo and Reuben Furtado who get a lot of stuff done, and a lot of people that we're surrounded with who are just really accomplish a lot. The biggest thing that they get done, the biggest thing that I can attribute to their success is not knowing the right thing to do, not knowing the right people. It's their energy level. They have a super high energy level. If you talk to Reuben, he didn't tell you, but Reuben will get up bright and early in the morning. He'll work to the wee hours of the morning. Mike DeZormo is the same way. People who get a lot of stuff done, they have high energy levels. I was just talking to Mike and Reuben about a 60-year-old guy who was in Croatia with us that's worth quite a lot, and one thing I observed about him is his energy level is so high. So something to think about if you're looking for your secret to success. Also keep in mind that you need to take care of your body, you need to take care of yourself, you need the right energy level. It's a really important ingredient in accomplishing anything you want to do. So that's it for now. We're back in Toronto. Nick will be back shortly, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care, everyone.